Hello everyone and welcome to Progress to Success Management. My name is Terry Crow. I'm the president of Starfish Performance Consultants and the creator of Progress to Success Management. Welcome to video 2 of the introductory training videos for week 1 of Progress to Success Management's online training and coaching program. Delighted to have you back here as we take a deeper dive and look at Progress to Success Management. Now, what I promised you in our last video is that we would begin a look at the specific design of Progress to Success Management and to start looking a little bit more deeper into what the different concepts and aspects of Progress to Success Management include. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But before we get there, what I'd like to do is just to take a minute and to recap what we came up with as a working definition of Progress to Success Management. So let's go ahead and do that. As you might recall, what we said in the last video is that Progress to Success Management has several different layers to it. First of all, it is an integrated design. So it is a structure, it has different elements that work together to form an integrated whole. And this integrated design is designed to help you as a manager, as a leader, as a business owner or entrepreneur. It will help you to cultivate purposeful progress. This is progress that's going to send you in a specific direction that has purpose and meaning to you. It will help you reach remarkable results. Remember, we're not just talking about results that are okay. We're talking about results that are out of the ballpark, that are skyrocketed results that will launch you to new levels and heights of performance. Not only is it designed to help you reach remarkable results, but along the way, Progress to Success Management is designed to help us grow potential, to grow your potential as a leader, to grow your potential as a manager, to grow yourself as a person. Grow your potential, and along the way, something we all like to have more of, and that is confidence. So these are all of the different elements of Progress to Success Management, and then remember, all of these work together to put you on the path to success. And remember, success is whatever you define success to be. It can be very broad, it can be very specific and focused, but it is your path and it is what you consider success to be, which can take many shapes and forms. And I'll teach you along the way how to go about getting on that path, the path that's going to be the right one for you. Okay, that's our working definition of Progress to Success Management, and I hope that was helpful for you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a deeper look at the integrated design part of Progress to Success Management. Are you ready? Super, let's begin. Okay, this is the integrated design of Progress to Success Management. And we will be spending our time together in this video covering all of the different features of this specific integrated design. Now, before we start revealing all of the fun areas that are behind each of these areas, sticky areas, what I'd like to do is to just give you sort of a working knowledge of what you have up here. First of all, you'll see that each of the categories is divided into a domain. And a domain is nothing more than a body of knowledge or information or a certain category that we put things in. And so with Progress to Success Management, there are 3 of these domains. And they're all designed to work together in such a way that will prepare you as a leader, business owner, manager to be the most effective that you can be in a holistic way. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what that means. But we have domain names, and as you can see, each of the domains leads with the title of manage. So manage 3 domains that each have manage as the beginning of their titles. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what these other elements are along the way. But to do that, let's go ahead and get started and talk about the first domain of Progress to Success Management. And what I'd like to say is that this first domain is so important. And it is manage yourself. Now that may sound pretty straightforward and not very inspiring, but I don't know about you, but I have found in my experience that managing yourself, first and foremost, as a starting point, is a wonderful practice to get into. And it is one of the distinguishing domains of Progress to Success Management. Manage yourself is all about an ongoing process of cultivating a better understanding of yourself in a way that produces clarity. So cultivating a better understanding of yourself so that it produces clarity, and this clarity will help you make decisions and take actions to help you move forward and make progress to achieve what it is you want to achieve. So as we develop a better understanding of ourselves, and I'm going to go into a lot more detail about what that means next week when we start focusing on this particular domain, but cultivating a better understanding of yourself says that first and foremost, to be the best leader, to be the best business owner, to be the best manager, first and foremost, everything starts with me. It starts with you. So that's what overall Manage Yourself is about. But let's go a little bit deeper here. You'll also see that this design includes what are called weaving words. Weaving words. Wonder what weaving words, what does that mean? Well, what weaving words include are, there are certain words that are very descriptive of these domains. And they are words that are catalysts to action. They are words that tend to clarify, to fortify, to inspire, to help cause action to occur. And what I've done is in each of the domains to pick out 2 clarifying words, 2 weaving words, if you will, that particularly are descriptive of that domain. So that's what weaving words include. Let's find out what the weaving words include for the Manage Yourself domain. Okay, the 2 weaving words in this particular domain include clarify and cultivate. Clarify is all about producing knowledge about yourself that helps to reveal more about yourself as a person, as a manager, as a leader. Clarifying is about making things clear. When we clarify aspects of ourselves, they help us to be able to see things in a different way, and to be able to see things in such a way that gives us the confidence that we need to move forward. And I'm going to be spending time helping you to produce clarity about yourself, clarity that will inspire and equip you to take those actions that will allow you to move forward in those areas that will produce what you want in your life. So, clarify and cultivate. When we talk about cultivate, we're talking about growing. We're talking about tending and fostering. We're talking about discovering. And that's what this part of Progress to Success Management is about, the Manage Yourself domain. So when we talk about manage yourself, we're not talking about some traditional approaches to management that are about planning your schedule and putting together your daily planner and to manage your activities for the day. It's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about cultivating. We're talking about growing. We're talking about finding ways to dig into those aspects that can really produce lasting change and that can grow us to the persons and leaders that we aspire to be. So we'll talk more about cultivating, but clarify and cultivate are the two weaving words in this particular domain. The last section here you'll see I've titled Foundational Concepts. And in each of the three domains there are certain foundational concepts. They are certain areas or aspects or elements that particularly set each of the domains apart. And they are areas of emphasis that we really want to drill down on to be able to get at the essence of that particular domain. So in the Manage Yourself domain, the foundational concepts that are included here are what I call personal pillars. Personal pillars. These are there are four pillars that I'm going to tell you more about in the next training video. And these are elements, foundational elements that define Manage Yourself, that when put into practice on a daily basis will help you develop an ongoing knowledge of yourself in a way that will ground you and that will allow you to be prepared to face any situation that might come at you. And I have found that it's very handy to have when you have lots of things flying at you 24/7, it seems. But the personal pillars are designed to help you keep things in perspective and to be able to stay in the moment and to be able to make decisions that are grounded on values and principles that are lasting and enduring. So there are, as I've said, there are four of these personal pillars that I will go into more detail in next week's training video, but that's just a taste of what we'll talk about next week. Okay, that's the Manage Yourself domain. The second domain in Progress to Success Management is Manage Conversation. You know, leadership and management exists in a domain of language. One of the major ways that we get things done is through language. It's through communication. And so the domain, the second domain of Progress to Success Management acknowledges this and is manage conversation. So we'll talk more about what conversation means, but in summary, managed conversation is an ongoing process of cultivating dialogue in a way that expresses yourself in an authentic and genuine way, and that is based on, it's expressed in a way that helps produce purposeful progress. So there's some very specific aspects about managed conversation. It's not about communication. It's about conversation. It's about getting things done through conversation. So what are the weaving words in this particular domain? I'm glad you asked. Okay. The two operative words here are connect and converse. Let's talk about the converse word first, since I mentioned that and it's actually part of the domain name. Conversation, converse, is about dialogue. It's not about, as a leader, me telling you what to do. Conversation is two-way. It's about learning how to produce a dialogue and participate in a dialogue where there's an exchange of information and ideas. So I'm going to show you ways to help you get better at cultivating conversation, at cultivating dialogue in a way that's based on your style and your way of getting things done through conversation. Part two is that this conversation and this domain is about connecting. So when we are working within this domain, one of the main focuses has to do with having conversations and creating dialogue that produces purposeful progress and that connects us to others. And this is a very important element and feature of Progress to Success management, creating connection through conversation expressed in your authentic way that helps produce purposeful progress. That's what managed conversation is about. Now, there are foundational concepts, of course, within this domain, and they include that looks interesting. Interact with impact. Interact with impact. This is about developing a way of working with people, communicating with people in a way that produces purposeful progress, which I've mentioned here when we talked about our weaving words. And what I'm going to do in, I guess that's week 3, when we start talking about the managed conversation domain, is I'm going to give you a 3-part formula that will help you become more effective in your interactions with people on a day-to-day basis. You know, that's how we go about our business as managers. That's how we go about getting work done, is through our daily interactions with people. That might be interactions that are one-on-one. It might be interactions that are in teams or groups. It might be interactions with clients or customers, whatever. But it's those daily interactions, one-on-one, day after day after day after day, that really make a difference in terms of whether or not, frankly, we are successful and highly successful. So in this particular domain, I'm going to show you a 3-part formula that's going to help you increase your effectiveness and your ability to interact with others in a meaningful way so that you are able to make progress and help others make progress as well. That's the Interact with Impact domain, and we will talk more about that in week 3. So this is the Manage Conversation domain. That's domain 2. Let's go ahead and move to the third and final domain of Progress to Success Management. And we'll be covering this final domain in our final week of training. This last domain is about being a manager and being a manager and managing in a way that is designed for success. You know, management is really, it's an art. And management is the art of getting things done through people. So we'll be talking more about this particular art and how to be effective in your role and in a way that will allow you to help others take action, and you take action as well, that will lead to whatever desired future you have in mind, and in a way that will cause success to occur. Huge success, as you define it to be. So, manage for success is the art of getting things done through people in a way that causes connection and that helps produce actions that will lead to a desired future. That's what Manage for Success is all about. So, what are the weaving words here? Okay. The two weaving words here are connect and create. And you'll see that the word connect is shared with the Manage Conversation domain. And I consider it to be a very important word in management. Connection. It's so important. Here we're talking about connection in terms of establishing connections with your relationships with other people. We're talking about connections also in a broader perspective. So in this new business normal, one of the areas of being an effective manager and business owner is being able to somehow see how different aspects and parts work together, and to be able to look at data, to be able to look at things that are happening and to see how they are connected, and how they are connected in a way that reveals a certain picture that maybe others or you had not seen before. But this type of managing for success is about, at least the connection part, is about seeing how the parts work together to produce a new whole, to produce new possibilities that had never existed before. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about that connection, and that leads into the next weaving word, which is create. You know, one of the very important elements of management, and certainly as a business owner, is to be able to create a future that never existed before, which I consider to be so exciting. How do you create a future? How do you lead others in fulfilling and reaching that future? So that's one of the parts that we'll talk about as it relates to create in this domain. The create part also is so important in this new business normal, because innovation and creativity, these are non-negotiables in the new business normal. And helping people, inspiring yourself to be creative and to create new solutions to problems that never existed before is vital in managing for success. So we will be talking about creating connection, or causing connection, and being creative. Okay, the last element here in this particular domain, the foundational concepts here these are what I call connecting parts. So managing for success involves different elements, or what I call parts. And so you'll see here that the parts word is actually capitalized, so that means that each of these areas has a word associated with it. So I'm going to show you 5 ways in this particular domain to connect the parts that will help you manage for success. And each of these are very instrumental in being effective in this crazy, exciting, thrilling, frightening world that we're in today. And we'll be covering this in the final week that we're together in our training video and in the training materials that you also will be receiving along the way. So this is the integrated design for Progress to Success Management. I believe that as you learn what these all mean in more detail over the next several weeks, 3 weeks, that you will begin to be transformed as a leader, as a manager, as a business owner. And that as you learn how to manage yourself, develop a better and more comprehensive understanding of yourself that grounds you in who you are and what you want and purpose. That as you learn to manage yourself, that as you learn to become more skilled and confident in your conversations and in your daily interactions with others, managing conversation, and that as you learn how to connect the parts, that you will be able to be more equipped and prepared to manage for success. So these are the different aspects of the integrated design for Progress to Success Management. And I will be going into each of these domains over the next 3 weeks. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So, as I said in our first training video, please be on the lookout in your email inbox for emails from me, and they will continue to include training videos such as these. They will include work material that you can actually fill out and complete that will provide you with more detail. And you'll also be receiving periodically recorded conference or coaching calls that will help you develop even a better and deeper understanding of the concepts that we're covering and specific ways to practice them and apply them in your day-to-day work. So I hope that this training video has provided you with additional information about Progress to Success Management, and that actually you'll be able to take some of what you've learned right now and start pondering them and start considering how you might see them working in your work life right now. But until then, I ask that you be on the lookout for communication from me, and you should be receiving another training video in this first week and some training materials. So be on the lookout for them. And feel free, of course, to send any emails to me with questions that you have along the way. I'll be happy to answer them. And until then, I look forward to talking with you more about Progress to Success Management. See you on the other side.